In the late 1990s, São Paulo, one of the largest cities in the world, was thriving with movement, nightlife, and opportunity. But beneath the surface of its chaotic beauty, the city was about to face one of the darkest chapters in its history. Inside Parque do Estado, a place meant for peace, nature, and family gatherings, something sinister lurked among the trees. Young women were disappearing. Families were reporting loved ones missing. Police were puzzled, and fear began to spread. What no one knew was that a predator was hunting his victims in broad daylight, using charm, lies, and dreams as bait. This is the story of the maniac of the park, a case that still haunts Brazil decades later. Francisco de Assis Pereira, the invisible predator. To understand the terror, you must understand the man behind it. Francisco de Assis Pereira, born in 1967, looked utterly unremarkable. A motorcycle courier, a quiet neighbor, someone who blended into the background without drawing attention. But beneath that ordinary exterior, investigators would later discover a history marked by violent tendencies, manipulation, and deeply rooted psychological disturbances. Throughout his early life, he struggled with identity, self-worth, and control. People who knew him described him as insecure, someone desperate to be admired, and he found the perfect way to create admiration. He crafted a persona, a false one. The perfect trap. A dream sold as opportunity. Francisco realized that many young women in São Paulo dreamed of becoming models. In a city filled with agencies, photographers, and job offers, this dream was both common and exploitable. He built his strategy around it. Approaching women on the street, in shops, or at bus terminals, he'd speak softly, kindly, with just enough confidence to sound professional. He claimed to be connected to a modeling agency. He had contacts, opportunities, and paid photo sessions. He even carried a fake card, reinforcing the illusion, and for a moment, these women believed him. He offered what seemed like a chance for visibility, income, escape, something better. For many, this was a chance they felt they couldn't refuse. What they didn't know was that his entire persona was built to deceive. Every detail was rehearsed, every smile had a purpose. The park, a hunting ground. His script always led to the same destination, Parque do Estado, later known as Parque do Ibirapuera, a vast green area with dense vegetation and remote corners. He told them the photo session would take place there. He said the lighting was perfect, the scenery ideal. But once they entered the quiet forested areas, the mask fell. Women were assaulted. Some fought. Some begged. Some never made it out. Francisco strangled his victims and left their bodies hidden beneath branches, leaves, and tall grass. The forest absorbed every secret. For months, the disappearances continued. Young women simply vanished, leaving behind worried families and unanswered questions. And the city had no idea the nightmare was just beginning. The bodies are found. São Paulo enters panic. The truth surfaced when authorities discovered a body inside the park, then another, and another. The pattern was too precise to ignore. The victims were young, usually between 15 and 30 years old. Many shared similar physical characteristics. All had been lured with the same promise: modeling work. The police knew instantly they were dealing with a serial offender. As the investigation deepened, fear spread across São Paulo. News outlets issued constant alerts. Parents warned daughters not to approach strangers. Women avoided walking alone. The media created a name that echoed nationwide: Maníaco do Parque, the maniac of the park. And suddenly, the entire population was watching the story unfold in real time. The bodies are found. São Paulo enters panic. The truth surfaced when authorities discovered a body inside the park. Then another, and another. The pattern was too precise to ignore. The victims were young, usually between 15 and 30 years old. Many shared similar physical characteristics. All had been lured with the same promise: modeling work. The police knew instantly they were dealing with a serial offender. As the investigation deepened, fear spread across São Paulo. News outlets issued constant alerts. Parents warned daughters not to approach strangers. Women avoided walking alone. The media created a name that echoed nationwide: Maniaco do Parque, the maniac of the park. And suddenly, the entire population was watching the story unfold in real time. Survivor testimonies. The first breakthrough. Not all of Francisco's attempts ended in tragedy. Several women escaped, and they became the key to identifying him. Their testimonies were chilling. They described the same man, the same smile, the same fake modeling pitch. They spoke about the moment when his tone shifted, when his charm cracked, when fear filled the air. Some managed to run. Some fought back. Some sensed something wrong early and refused to follow him. But one detail stood out. Every single survivor described a motorcycle courier with a particular face. Police sketch artists worked closely with them to produce a composite drawing. And when the sketch was released publicly, the phone calls exploded. People recognized him: co-workers, neighbors, acquaintances. The hunt had officially begun. The arrest, a nation, holds its breath. With the entire country searching, Francisco ran. He fled across states, trying to disappear again just as he always had. But the pressure was too great. Authorities eventually captured him in the coastal region of São Paulo. He was exhausted, hiding, cornered. During questioning, his behavior shocked investigators. He confessed with disturbing calmness. He spoke as if he were recounting someone else's actions. Experts later described him as emotionally detached, manipulative, and fully aware of his crimes. His trial revealed the extent of his brutality, and he was sentenced to over 100 years in prison, one of the highest cumulative sentences in Brazilian history. The impact: a wound in Brazil's memory. The case left deep scars. Families mourned daughters, sisters, wives, and friends who had simply hoped to improve their lives. The city became more alert to modeling scams, predatory behavior, and false promises. Police investigations changed. Security in public parks was reevaluated. Brazilian society became more aware of how manipulation can be more dangerous than weapons. The maniac of the park became a symbol, not of the crimes themselves, but of the dangers hidden behind charm, opportunity, and trust. His story remains a reminder that even the most ordinary-looking person can harbor darkness unimaginable. If you found this video informative, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next true crime story. Your support helps the channel grow and allows us to keep bringing detailed cases from all around the world.